years ago? Hell no, no way. There's no way.
Darwin.
So I'll work out
They called Darwin last week. Oh no, it was Darwin.
Yeah.
No,
Well, they tried that last week, though. 2015. And I spoke to my way to but yeah, no, I don't mind it. There's other
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome out both teams for the Men's Premier League. First of all, Darwin Olympic, and they're taking on Port Darwin.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Men's Premier League action for season 2023. We've got round 2 coming at you this Friday night, and the home side in Darwin Olympic Sporting Club will be taking on Port Darwin FC. Of course, for the away side, Port Darwin, it's their second match of the season, the league season that is. They succumbed to a late loss last week against University Azuri FC. Whereas for Darwin Olympic, it's their first league game of the campaign. Looked very impressive in last weekend's match. Of course, Port Darwin revitalised and rejuvenated, it has to be said, with a number of key signings for the club. South American contingent arriving at the team this season. Darwin Olympic Sporting Club, very inexperienced. Of course, the man there on your screens being very vocal there, Ross Tsunias, the possibly only player in that side over the age of 30. And of course, looking to add some experience into that lineup. Port Darwin FC, of course, that, as I mentioned, injection of South American contingent have really given the side a lot of excitement into season 2023. A lot of opportunities, a lot of possibly chances that they should have taken last week and didn't, and were punished at the very end by a late Will Suter goal for University Azuri. Tonight they'll be looking to change their fortunes as well. And so it will be Darwin Olympic to get us kicked off and underway. Of course, the home team in their traditional red and white stripes. Port Darwin there, they'll be going left to right, Port Darwin, and they're maroon and blue, and Darwin Olympic right to left on your screens. Billy Kathapoulis there, the captain for the night, will be taking us kick off. Referee there in the centre, Nasir Jumun, ready to get us kicked off and underway. And off we go. Kathapoulis straight away back to Formoso. Here's Samuel Kwana, usually a left-sided fullback. Prioritised now in left centre half. Straight away to Lewis da Costa. Ball over the top, searching for Kathapoulis. This will run through to Rory Hood, goalkeeper in net there. And it will be an straight clearance. Just a late touch on the goalkeeper by Kathapoulis there. He wants to clear it. So Rory Hood with a free kick in his back line there to his captain, Short. And always assured there, Declan O'Shea. And that's a strong pass back there from Company to Rory Hood. Hood there, Short to O'Shea. He'll look to launch long, and it's an stray ball. Can't quite be kept in by Tiscornia there. It's Davies with the ball for Olympic, throwing in down the line. Look to get a touch on there by Matete. It's come here to Jock of the Chol variety. And just a late foul again there from Darwin Olympic. Just getting a little too anxious there. Touching foul there on the replay. Lewis da Costa put Jock to ground on the replay there. As now Schlemmer, the ball back to O'Shea. O'Shea down the line, finds Tiscornia in the midfield. Will be a challenge between Jock and Formoso. Formoso wins that one. He'll won't hesitate to use his goalkeeper here, Christos Gekas. Now Ryan Lehman to Tsunias. Back to Lehman. Now Samuel Kwana looking to spread the ball and perhaps fashion an avenue forward. Kwana goes down the line for da Costa, touches it back for Davies, and Davies goes down the line here. Lewis da Costa and Tiscornia, and it is a cleverly done tackle there from Tiscornia off the body of Lewis da Costa. So the defender wins the challenge and wins the throw-in as well. Port Darwin can come out of defence with this throw. See on the replay here, Tiscornia, clever sliding challenge there. And he duped the referee into buying the contact, so it's a Wharfies throw in. And it's to Scornia. Matete helps it back there in a disadvantaged position. And it's the Port Darwin will maintain possession with a throw in slightly down the pitch now. Schlemmer forward, straight to Jock. He's got some space to run through here. Quana's almost run away from Jock, and he's looked to play it across field. Compane's there. Tsunyas, and a good challenge there by Tsunyas. Compane still there, and that one's just wide. Not far at all there, Port Darwin. Early opportunity. Could have made Darwin Olympic pay. It's a good ball in there from Compane. Goes back onto his right, and then ends up striking it with his left here. It's narrowly wide there, catching the goalkeeper off guard. The second ball comes onto the pitch. It's just a goal kick, thankfully, which he takes short Geekus. Now Quana. Scornia gets the touch through. Now Matete's escaped with space, and Matete's played it forward. Little too much weight on the pass there. Rory Hood will collect. And hard running in there from Martins, trying to pinch it off the hands of Rory Hood. Hood launches long, so Nyas is back there, looking to touch it away from Jock. Doesn't quite work, forces him back for the moment. That's the Wharfies defender then, Augustin Rivero. Back here to Gittins, who finds himself in a central position, usually favours the fullback variety as it goes forward to Jock. Back to Gittins there. Companat. Formoso picks it off, and he can come forward here. Rivero needs to be careful. Martins is through, and he scores! Tyson Martins puts the Reds in front. And only 4 minutes gone there on the North Crest scoreboard. Tyson Martins puts the Reds in front. We'll have a look at this one here. Good win in the midfield from Formoso. And it was a good ball through there. Rivero had a look back there and couldn't quite see it come off, and makes him pay. Tyson Martins gets the Reds up and going. An early finish there as well. A good one for the confidence. And the Reds lead 1-0. Formoso assist for a Tyson Martins goal. And Port Darwin will look to try and turn things around and quickly. They'll have to, as it goes back to their captain O'Shea. Schlemmer in the midfield for Jock. Cross there finds Mazarese to Declan O'Shea. Looking to go down the line here. It's not a bad ball from Compane, who'll try to keep it in. Quana just gets a touch there, forces it out sidelines. There's a quick throw here. Matthias Choke trying to come in, and that's a good tackle by Lehman, and gets a touch on and into the back for a corner kick. Of course, it was that number 7. Matthias Choke got the goal last week for the Wharfies. It has to be said, it was a good finish as well. A lot of time on his hands, but he put it away well. And now a corner for Port Darwin. A little tall timber, it must be said. Captain Declan O'Shea, of course, Choke as well. See if this can be a goal-bound delivery. The tallest Olympic defence out there, so Port Darwin might have that advantage this evening. It's a shorter one. A touch on there, not quite goal-bound by Companat, and goes out of play for a goal kick. And so far, following the script of Game 1 of season 2022, these two teams played. And that night it was a 5-0 victory for Olympic. Now Tsunyas looking to go down the line, looking to utilise Martins there, and it's a foul blown against Augustin Rivero, rather, and very, very early tussle between these two players, and Martins and Rivero. It has to be said that so far Martins is certainly coming out on top. Tsunyas looking for a cross ball there. It's a dangerous one. Schlemmer can pick it off and does so to Jock. His straight touch will allow Formoso to come away, but now Compane. Port Darwin looking to continue here. Lehman down the line finds Lewis da Costa, touches back for Davies. Compane now on the ball to Scornia, to Jock. Jock goes back here, finds Mazarese going forward with possession. Facundo Mazarese's played a good ball. Quana shepherding that one. Does go out of play for a goal kick. His namesake and partner in Sebastian Mazarese. Great game last week, finds himself on the bench, presumably will make an impact in this second half or called upon as a substitute as required. So it's just Facundo out there for the moment. Goal kick taken quickly. That's Lehman on the ball. Young up-and-coming defenders for Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. Ryan Lehman comes forward here, picked off by Martins. Kathapoulis looking to lift it over the top there. Martins has got pace, but that one's cut out first time. Companat back to Rivero. Darwin look to come down the line here. Companat looking to come forward as well. Sprung a trap here, and Jock is looking to spring it. In goes Jock, away from Quana. Jock, and that tucks it away. That's a fantastic goal, and Port Darwin find themselves level. Wonderful finish, it has to be said as well. And a very tidy finish there from Jock. Equalises only minutes later. That lead didn't last long for Olympic. Ryan Lehman put to ground there. And it is a wonderful, wonderful goal, it has to be said there by Port Darwin. And Deng Jock gets things equalised after only up to 9 minutes, or not even just that, a couple seconds to go, and it's 1-1 already. Exciting contest, certainly, for Moso. Forward to Kathapoulis. Kathapoulis looks for a crossfield ball. Lewis DaCosta will do some hard running and keep this one in play. To Scornia with him. DaCosta across the ground, and that one goes in. Darwin Olympic back in front. And if this is not Friday night fireworks, I don't know what is. William Reeve puts the Reds back in front, and that game didn't last long level. Lewis DaCosta, has to be said, doing all the work here, keeping that ball alive, and William Reeve acknowledging that hard work and puts the finish right there. Hood left no chance, and Darwin Olympic are back in front again. This game is offering goals, if that's for sure. 3 in 10 minutes. It's a 2-1 Darwin Olympic lead, and the Reds certainly will want to hold on to this lead a lot longer than the last one. Choque back now. Mazarese, if you're just tuning into us, ladies and gentlemen, Darwin Olympic had a 1-0 lead. 4 minutes gone. It was Tyson Martins who put the Reds in front. Deng Jock leveled things, and just now you've seen a goal for the Reds again. 2-1 in front, courtesy of William Reeve as Jax Matete. Look at this from the midfielder, coming down away from Schlemmer, missing the ball, but that's a foul. Hard running there, and it is a yellow card to Eric Schlemmer. And he gives away a foul and a card. Opening 10.5 minutes. It's not a good position to be in. See there, does get none of the ball and takes the player out. So goes into the referee's book straight away. And a free kick to Darwin Olympic as well in a very dangerous position. And this could be inflicting some more pain on Port Darwin's goal. They need to defend this one well as well. The Wharfies, we'll see if they can do so. Looks to be Tyson Martins over the delivery. Brought in a little bit closer by the referee. So Kathapoulis, of course Lehman. You've got some tall players in that box. William Reeve can strike a ball as well. We'll see if they can fashion an opportunity. It is Martins over the ball. Rory Hood in goal. Cautiously awaiting this one. Referee ready for this one. Ready to blow. Tyson Martins comes in with a delivery. Looks to go goal bound. It's blocked out for the moment. Famoso trying to get there ahead of Mazarese. And wins the foul as well. Joshua Famoso, has to be said, since making his transfer back to the Reds from Mindel Aces, he has been in good form. Jock seems to have impeded him a little there, perhaps deliberately or undeliberately, falling on the player there as he came through. So a free kick for Darwin Olympic. Formoso might not be in a good spot here. He was trotted on there by Jock. Tough as nails kind of plan, can run for 90 minutes, so he'll want to try and at least see if he can continue. Another free kick for Darwin Olympic. Luis da Costa, his left foot. To play it into the box. It's a good delivery. Rising as Lehman. Back post there is Reeve. Back across goal. Cleared out there by Gittins. Needed to be. And poor Darwin escape. Olympics pressure at the moment very telling. Have kept the Wharfies docked in their own half for his opening 13 minutes as Tyson Martin's now with this throw-in. He'll look to leave the throw, and Ross Tunyas will come forward to take. Thrown forward by Ross Tunyas. Billy Katapoulis looks to get a touch and cleared out by the Wharfies in the first occasion. Matthias Choque looking to come away from Lehman. Still with the number 7. Play on, says the referee. Goes forward now. Kwana looking to recover. Should have the pace and strength to get there ahead of Jock, and he's just put it out into touch. Port Darwin can go for a quick throw, and they look to do so. Compane away from Formoso. Matthias Choque looking to turn away, and it's a shot there, which Geekus can bring into his possession. Doesn't quite force the corner. The Olympic goalkeeper keeps it alive. See that replay there. Choque getting to the ball, and Compane with a shot, blocked off Davies, and it was a save by Geekus as it's centred in here now as Ajax Matete combines with Kathapoulis. Now Matete looking to play it forward. It's a good ball. And in comes Luis da Costa looking to come away from Hood. It was a good save by the goalkeeper with his feet. And now it's Martins with a strike from distance. And that one's in! Tyson Martins has a shrug, looks at the crowd and says, you know what? I had the shot. And he puts Darwin Olympic 2 goals in front. And I have to say, that is a fantastic strike from Tyson Martins. See there, Hood making the save. Can the cameras even capture it? It can. It just falls to the feet of Martins, and he goes whack. No chance. Darwin Olympic now 3 goals to 1 in front. 15 minutes gone on Northcrest scoreboard. And Port Darwin get us back off and underway. Jock, Schlemmer coming away, but he's hunted down, and now it's Mazzaresi. He turns away from a couple Reds and plays a good ball through here. Gittins looking to stride forward, and that's a good challenge. All ball, says the referee. So Nyas will look to keep it, and it is a throw-in. Players stayed down here. It's Ross Tunyas. He might have been caught in the head. It is a Port Darwin throw. And we'll just see on the replay there, a bit of a back boot there. Catches the head of Tunyas, so understandably down for a moment, but it's a Port Darwin throw. Inboard to Choque. Now it's Gittins. Back here for Jock. Now it's O'Shea. Possession coming forward for Schlemmer, looking for a quick flick on. Doesn't quite work out. Now to Scornia, looking to turn away from da Costa. The 211s lock horns. Plays it back to Schlemmer, away from da Costa. Looking to play it down the line for Jock. And Kwana looking to keep it alive. And Jock does well as well. And seems to be a free kick blown. It is. Port Darwin ball. As the referee didn't quite like that challenge. And Eric Schlemmer now, we'll see what his creativity can whip up from this position. The Argentine. It would need to be a good ball from here. Perhaps a back post or a short, low-driven delivery. Quick flick on. Hard for a goalkeeper to save. Perfect view there for everyone watching at home as Schlemmer comes in with that low ball, and it's Choque. He gets underneath it. You saw his body there just deviating from behind and didn't quite get the connection required. We'll see now on this replay if we're able to gather that one. It was a illustrated shot by the number 7. such luck in viewing that recent strike, so play continues. Quana going down the line. Kathapoulis stuck in there with O'Shea. Play on, says the referee. Jux Matete coming away with possession for the Reds, and it's booted out of field. And Rivero hoofs it into the stands. And the play remains down for Port Darwin. It is their skipper, Declan O'Shea. Perhaps caught there as the ball was coming through. So play will continue with a throw-in for Darwin Olympic. Not quite a foul. O'Shea back to his feet. Seems to be okay. Perhaps just caught in an uncomfortable position as he stayed to ground. Just need to come off for a brief moment. Play will resume here with a throw-in for Darwin Olympic. Down the line here for Jux Matete. High boot, referee says play on. Matete brought to ground, looking to come away Port Darwin. It's Lewis DaCosta playing it for Martins, looking for a low-driven strike, and that one will escape wide. Saves the goalkeeper's blushes there. It is Tyson Martins on a hat-trick, of course. Not even 20 minutes played, and good position for the young forward. Played in there to the number 7. He has a good, tell you what, good power on it. And got a good skid off the ground. It might have proved difficult for the goalkeeper had it came more in a goal-bound direction, as O'Shea plays it forward looking for Tiscornia. Quana back the other way. And out of play for a Darwin Olympic throw. Davies with ball in hand. Davies, the English defender, asked to resume play as he goes down the line looking for Kathapoulis, not quite finding him. Now Chock back to Companat. Davies is there, good return there from the defender. Diving in there. Companat penalised there. Free kick, says the referee. And will be a Darwin Olympic ball. Judged a high foot there from Lucas Companat. Comes out here to Tsunyas. Looking for a through ball. Tsunyas is cleared and away by Rivero. Comes back to Lehman. Lehman looking for a driven cross ball, and it finds the feet of Samuel Quana. Quana looking for a left-footed delivery. Jock with the header. Schlemmer into the centre. Now to Scornia. Companat back to Schlemmer, looking for an early inside ball, and Geekus might be required to gather, and he judged it well, read it well, the edge of his box to get possession. Throws short for Quana. Quana into the midfield for Formosa, looking for a cheeky dink, doesn't quite work out. Chock does clever to Jock, and the return ball for Schlemmer, not quite clever. And that goes out of play for a throw-in. Darwin Olympic back early. Davies to Quana. Almost turned himself into danger. Geekus has to be clever. Jock was closing. So Nyas coming out to collect and keeps the ball. And now it is Mazarezi. Finds Jock out wide, and he was in an offside position. Flag goes up. Denies him that opportunity. And a yellow card as well. Goes to Mazarezi. Facundo, that is. So they need to be careful here. Schlemmer and Facundo Mazarezi have picked up cautions. Those will build over the course of the season, but you certainly don't want to have any disciplinary trouble too early on in the season. Teams are both finding their feet, so want to sort out who their best 11s are, and you don't want to have to deal with players missing game time due to suspensions. Lehman, this offside free kick. Short to Formoso, dangerous ball to receive, but he does well. Quana. Looking wide for Davies. First time ball over the top needed to be good. Just gains ground to Scornia with a clearance into the air. Mazarezi competes with Will Reeve, and now it's Kathapoulis looking to come away from O'Shea. Good tackle from the captain. Companat over the top, looking for Jock. Lehman has to be quick here. Jock is clever with his feet, as we've seen already in this game. Back heel flick there, Gittins. Back to Jock. Still with Deng Jock. Ball into the centre, finds Tiscornia. Looking to take a touch forward as well. Miguel Angel Tiscornia, now for Moso in defence. Cut out by Jock. Quana looks to clear. Not quite so. Companat looking to come wide. Cross comes into the box. And Matete almost turns it into his own net. Calamitous defending there from Darwin Olympic. Has to be said. Didn't look comfortable in defence whatsoever. Matete almost into his own net. Don't think it would have been paid deliberate. Just went for the ill clearance there. Corner kick nonetheless in a position of opportunity. Out of nothing for Port Darwin. Ball comes short. Jock looking to turn away from Davies. Leaves it for Schlemmer. Schlemmer takes it in now on his left. Looking to get some distance. And Yas with his experience just says, you know what, let's let it go out. I can read this ball. It's going out for a goal kick, which it does. So 24 minutes or so gone here in this game. 3-1 to lead to Olympic. Of course, many thanks to Diamond Barbers. 4 locations, Parat, Bellamac, Darwin CBD and Coolangatta. Book now in 2023 and stay fresh with Diamond Barbers, as well as Ward Keller, your territory law firm, personal and business dispute resolution experts. You can reach them on 1-800-978-360. It's 1-800-978-360. It's for Moso. Back to Quana. Down the line, he looks for a ball. DaCosta getting the touch, but Jock wins out. Tiscornia, clever ball roll away from DaCosta. Comes forward with possession. Now Schlemmer. Eric Schlemmer looking down the line. Will ask a lot of chalk to get there. And the offside flag ultimately denies the opportunity. So we'll go for an offside free kick to Darwin Olympic in their defensive half. Absolutely exciting start so far to this game. 4 goals in the opening 25 minutes. It's threatening to be a high-scoring occasion as Quana sends a long ball. Touch forward immediately. Lehman gets there for Olympic. The ball at his feet goes to Luis DaCosta. Player on the overlap into Scornia. Important touch. It ends up being seen on the way through. Forces just a throw. Tete made the run. Davies, he throws back to Quana. Now Davies looks centrally, cut out initially by Companat, but now Joshua Famoso. Oh, look at this, outside of the football. It'll sit well for Tyson Martins, who has pace to get out to it as well. Gittins, Martins, inside here for Tsunyas, can look to let release, and the cross goes in, and it goes behind. Corner kick for Darwin Olympic. Defender back to his feet. It is a corner for the Reds. Opportunity to add a 4th goal, perhaps, for Darwin Olympic presenting itself. Looks like the left foot of DaCosta. Luis DaCosta with his left. Look to play one in. Signal given as the ball goes in. Rising as well, Matete, and an air ball there from Jux Matete, perhaps not in the best position to strike it. He had a defending Ryan Lehman who called for it, and perhaps should have left it for his centre half. He perhaps thought he was a better chance at scoring than his centre half, but his body positioning didn't do him any favours there. Talented midfielder, the number 8 for Olympic, as it comes out here for Rivero. Looking to play a left-footed ball down. So Nyas brings it down perfectly. Inside looking for Reeve. Reeve plays it across to Davies. This is good play from Olympic as Davies plays to Costa. Back to Davies, looking down the line, finds Matete looking to turn inside pass two. And it is a free kick. Clash for Darwin Olympic, and it is a free kick. Sandwich perhaps. See a quick replay here to Scornia and Jock. Now Lewis DaCosta with his delivery. Left-footed whip. Before short. Matete trying to get a touch to it. Oh, and Declan O'Shea getting there to clear. Falls to Matthias Chock. Tyson Martin's getting back there in defence. Now Rivero. Down the line finds Matthias Chock again. Inside looking for Rivero. This will come back. Olympic time to regroup. Rivero turns Reeve. Across here for Tiscornia. Away from Lewis DaCosta. Looking for options here, Tiscornia. Now Mazzaresi. Cut out there eventually. Famoso. Trying to weave out of danger. He puts himself into more as Catapoulis gets there. Looks to get there first. Lewis DaCosta over the top. This might be dangerous. Tyson Martins will run. And Hood needs to clear, and he does. Hoofs it high and up. Matthias Chock, the tallest one there, but Lehman might rise. Two Olympic players go up for that one and ends up being offside. Nonetheless, the Reds needed to be a little bit more transparent in communication there. They both went up for the header. Only one was required. This could be an issue for Samuel Kwana, who remains to ground. Perhaps collecting a bit of a knock in that headed challenge. It's, of course, friendly fire. Golden boots there from Samuel Kwana, reflecting in the moonlight. So Lehman has the ball. Short to Matete. Now Famoso. His left-footed pass looks wide for Tsunyas. First time ball over the top as well. Reeve not quite honouring the run. And now short to Rivero. Augustin Rivero goes wide looking for Gittins. And Tsunyas makes a good challenge. All ball, says the referee. And out of play for a throw-in. Thrown down for Jock, touches away from Tsunyas. And that is a good challenge. Stays to ground, Tsunyas there. Jock does well. Last Lehman comes back out to Tsunyas. Has the last laugh there, and good turn from Martins. Lucky for Gittins. Mazzaresi was there, and Martins brings him to ground. So a free kick just inside. They're attacking half Port Darwin. They want to get things kicked off quickly. Goes wide for Mazzaresi, now Gittins. Long, tall ball, Geekus comes. Struck first time off the post. Needs to do well here. Chock across the goal, and that's in. Port Darwin have one back, and it's that man once again. Matthias Chock, who scores the goal. And injection added back into this game off the post there. Kwana doing it clever initially, and Matthias Chock with a great strike. I believe that came off Componate off the post. We'll have to check that one. Player stays to ground here. Looks to be Ross Tsunyas. So we'll have a quick break here as the player may receive some attention. And so in this break of play, many thanks to Steelline and NTF. Steelline service over and above. NTF, your local construction supplier. Powerhouses in the industrial game for many decades. Hudson Apartments as well. Need a place to stay in the territory. Hudson Apartments is your local getaway. And of course, many thanks for their support. That is Darwin Olympic Sporting Club. as we will get things resumed and underway, and it will be a Port Darwin goal that sees things cut in their lead. Darwin Olympic now still lead, but 3-2. And looks to be an early substitution here. Rosos Tunias might not be able to continue. Or perhaps he'll be given an opportunity to prove that he can continue. Kicked off and back underway. Kathapoulis to Formoso. Formoso now back to Kwana. Tunias back onto the field. Kathapoulis caught from behind. Referee says no foul. Koponat turns away from Formoso, and this looks like a good ball over the top for Jock. Looking to get away there from Davies. It's still with Deng Jock. Good challenge in there initially. Strike from Koponat, and that goes out of play for a goal kick. And just a goal kick that time for the Reds. And the referee signals here to the byline. Looks to perhaps be a substitution taking place now. Just a little disappointed there. Come from the field and perhaps just having a precautionary substitution there. Just ensure it's not a dangerous one for his injury. And oncoming here is the youngster, Isaac Voicey, from the areas of Queensland, most recently with Brisbane City. The youngster's on now for an early appearance with just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. Lehman looking to find a teammate. Matete is there. Formoso. Dangerous play. Port Darwin have a bit of a tail up at the moment. Schlemmer. Nice back heel there for Tiscornia. Tiscornia looking forward. Formoso's header helps it on. Matthias Chock now picked his ball off his feet there. Matete looking for a driven ball. Now it's Tyson Martins. Pace to burn if he elects to. Looks to go first time ball for Kathapoulis. Takes a touch. Kathapoulis strikes and he scores. Restores that 2-goal advantage for Darwin Olympic. And it has to be said, that is a wonderful strike. With a lot of pressure being put on the Olympic forward, Kathapoulis with conviction restores that 2-goal buffer. 6 goals so far in this game. Excitement through the roof. And we'll see if we have vision of that goal. It's Kathapoulis that put it into the back of the net. Just like that, the Reds are back in front by 2. Jock, short to Mazarese. Componat. Back to Rivero. A lot of the danger coming down his side. So now Mazarese looks for a high dinked ball, looking for Schlemmer, and Geekas comes to collect. Christos Geekas, a couple goals, really hasn't been beaten that much. There's Voicey trying to come away with the ball, with shin pads coming out there. Need to ensure they're in properly. Martins with the ball over for Kathapoulis. Looking for Voicey, not gonna do any harm with that. Now, Hood. Back to Rory Hood. Now Mazarese. Rivero. Looking to get there, not quite doing so. Out of play for a throw-in. Just getting the equipment back in there for Isaac Voicey. Forward by Famoso to no avail. Hood will gather. Olympic down to 10 for the moment. There's now Mazarese. Ball for Schlemmer. Quina arriving, but Matete picks it off. Looking for Kathapoulis, won't quite arrive as Gustin Rivero getting to it. Looks down the line for Gittins. Back to Componat to Mazarese. Looking for a ball over the top. It's got Quina in space. Goes to Luis da Costa. The Reds with their tails up now, and Luis da Costa looking for a ball through perhaps. Ball further through for Tyson Martins. Could be on. He's pulled to ground. And that is, or it looks to be, a second yellow card. And he's sent off Facundo Mazarese. Second yellow card. I mentioned it only moments ago that cautions like that can prove dangerous. And now 4 goals to 2 down. They are now down to 10 men. And it goes from bad to worse for the Wharfies. And the long walk off the field for Facundo Mazarese. Tug of the shirt, bringing Matete to ground, and it looks like Famoso will possibly line up over this one. Good strike at the ball as well is Joshua Famoso. Of course, Kathapoulis did score from here a couple seasons ago against Port Darwin, it has to be said, in a similar kind of scoring game. Of course, the goalkeeper that night was a different man there. Rory Hood now will look to keep this one out. Now Famoso. Referee just getting those war instructed what they can and can't do in repelling this one. Joshua Famoso over this one now. In comes Joshua Famoso with the strike and looking to curl it straight towards Hood, and is able to gather it. And free kick in there, I think. Making the save. Rory Hood makes the gather there. For a moment, I thought the referee was thinking of pointing to the spot, but it wasn't the case. Absolutely a foul on the goalkeeper by Tyson Martins. Perhaps not intentional. Hood certainly not thinking so. Free kick for him now to go short. Does so to O'Shea. With 10 men now, they need to keep resolute, Port Darwin, not concede another before the half, and let their coach Ryan Bailey provide some second half enthusiasm in the sheds. Quina to da Costa. Quina over the top in the middle to Kathapoulis. Looking early, Kathapoulis, and he catches O'Shea late. There's a free kick in there for Darwin Olympic. Sorry, against a Darwin Olympic, I should say, given away by the Olympic forward in Kathapoulis to Schlemmer. Creative touch comes away from Luis da Costa. Voicey trying to get in there and dispossess him. Not quite successful. Comes to Jock. Voicey still there. Now Componat. Still with Lucas Componat. Ball comes out and invites Geekas to gather. Does so well. Throws his team out. Comes to Matete. And Agustin Rivero just pokes it out of play for a throw-in. Darwin Olympic to get us resumed back. Davies in now. Voicey to Davies. Looking to go down. Doesn't quite find a ball. Componat to Choque. Intercepted by Famoso. Away from Matthias. Choque now. Davies. Matthias Choque doing well. Winning it off the Olympic man. The Port Darwin throw. Throwing inboard to Lucas Componat. Voicey gets in a good tackle. Just off the Reds midfielder and out of play for another Port Darwin throw. From all reports, it's a very live wire kind of playing, the youngster Isaac Voicey. So we'll look to see if he gets on with some possession. In the meantime, clumsy challenge there for Tyson Martins, has to be said. Gittins with no real space to go forward, and instead it goes out of in a position where Darwin Olympic could be made to pay. Looking to send their skipper in Declan O'Shea forward. Could prove to be a dangerous move. Could result in a goal. Lucas Componat with the ball into the box, headed out by Davies first time, and now Jock. Formoso's with him. Formoso pushed out of the way. Referee says play on. Still with Jock. Looks out wide. Hard running to Scornia. Going to get him away from Quina. Wins it as well to Scornia. Quina looking to get his body in front. Referee doesn't buy into that. Ball behind Schlemmer. Now Schlemmer to Jock. And a free kick there against Billy Kathapoulos. Has to be careful here. He's made a number of challenges like that. And was put to ground there, Kathapoulos. Replay might show that. I don't think it'll go that long, but stays to ground. And Jock might be given a talking to. Dumped him to ground after the fact. It's a play like that that's not really called for. So a free kick for Port Darwin. Position of some danger. They can fashion a ball into the box. Miguel Angel to Scornia. Looks more for a direct delivery, and Geekas has to be careful, and gathered well. Keeps possession in his clutches as we reach the end of regulation time. Geekas sends it long and forward, looking for one final thrust off the head of Tiscornia. Out of play for an Olympic throw. They look to take us to the half of the 2-goal advantage down Olympic. Been serviceable so far. Some ill defending, perhaps the culprit of their goals. But some great play so far from the Reds, being able to pierce through the heart of the Port Darwin defence, with Lehman now across goal. Safety ball to William Reeve. Now Jacques Matete. Tete looking to send a ball long. Might not work. Gittins puts that into touch. It's the referee's discretion as to how long we have left to play. Davies throws a long one back into defence. William Reeve. Geekas asks and he receives. Goalkeeper with possession. Now Lehman. Lehman looking to send it wide. Left-footed ball. It's a straight. Tiscornia will gather with a throw for Port Darwin. Tiscornia now. Schlemmer. Going to come away from Martins. Da Costa rather. But now it's Martins to Kathapoulos. Touch away. Oh, and that could be clever. Lewis Da Costa streaming in, and Schlemmer there in defence. Tiscornia away from Formoso. Lucas Componat. Voicey, strong challenge. Quina. And now Davies. William Reeve. Referee blows to signal us to half-time. Darwin Olympic with a 4-2 lead. Well earned so far. It was 1-1 at one stage before Darwin Olympic went on to lead by 3-1. Then it was brought to 3-2, and then Olympic restored their 4-2 advantage at halftime. Goals to Olympic, singles by Kathapoulos and William Reeve. 2 goals to Tyson Martins. Red hot for Port Darwin, a goal to Matthias Chock and Deng Jock. Quick break here at halftime, and we'll be with you shortly for the second half of action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second half of coverage just moments away. 2 substitutions being made for the Wharfies at this stage. Number 9 coming onto the field, that's Colin Habgood. And also number 3 making his way, which is Sean Carter. Looks like, if my maths is serving me correctly, that it's both Jock brothers having come off the field. Don't see them anywhere at the moment. So perhaps it's the Jocks off. And appearance now for Habgood and Carter. Just quickly see if that remains to be the case. Change up of a formation perhaps as well. I believe they've got one more player to come on the field, if I could be ever so wrong. Darwin Olympic with a great first half, 4 goals to 2. Say Tyson Martin's double, William Reeve and Billy Kathapoulis doing the damage so far for the Reds. Very buoyant with his second half. It is both Jock brothers that have made their way off the field. And now it is Habgood and Carter to make the difference. Of course, you're just joining us as well. A red card to Facundo Mazaresi in the first half. Last man challenge on Jux Matete. Tug of the shirt, bringing him to ground, resulting in a free kick. And so moments away from this second half. Port Darwin going right to left on your screens. Look to try and overturn a 2-goal deficit. With 10 men, it would be some feat. No shortage of drama in the Darwin Men's Premier League as referee Nasir Jamoun gets us back underway. Habgood back to O'Shea. Now it is Componat. Out wide there for Matthias Jock. Now Carter to Rivero, trying to come away from Martins. His ball out wide finds Giddens. Now Schlemmer, can come away from Voicey, trying to keep the ball here. Schlemmer goes wide to Gittins. He's got some pace to get out wide as well. Jacob Gittins facing up against Davies. Referee waves play on. Schlemmer away from Voicey, trying to run the midfielder down there, forcing a long shot. Good pressure there from Voicey, but does get a nick off. Reeve, I think, on the way through, so a corner kick to Port Darwin. See there on the replay how that one came about. Eric Schlemmer taking it past Voicey, with some good pressure from the youngster just to force the shot from distance, and it was William Reeve who got the header off in the end. So header to advantage of his opposition in Port Darwin. Carter with a delivery. Good header as well. Lewis DaCosta clears for the moment. Now to Scornia from distance. Might fancy an attempt, he does, but keep those coming all night long if you're Christos Gekas in the Darwin Olympic defence. Ball to be gathered here. Christos Gekas will take this goal kick. Now William Reeve, short to Formoso. Coming out here wide here to Quana, ball will sit for him. Now Lewis DaCosta, back to Lehman. Joshua Formoso. Still with possession Olympic. Of course, 1 man extra allows them to play around with a bit more fluidity. William Reeve into the mid-drift of Coponat, and a good challenge in there as well. Dives up into the air, Coponat, acrobatically to evade the challenge. Port Darwin throw. So on the replay there, William Reeve straight into Coponat. Play on is the call with Gittins. Now O'Shea forward. Habgood dispossessed initially, trying to get in the ball and away from DaCosta. Now it's Matthias Choque. Forward there by Quana. to Kathapoulos. O'Shea arriving. Kathapoulos will look to keep it in play. Doesn't quite work out. And it will be a Port Darwin throw. Forced a little back here. The Wolfies to take this throw in. Down the line, Choke with the header. Kwana looking to keep it in very skillfully. DaCosta with the flick as well. And Matthias Choke come away with possession. Ball inboard, looks for a teammate, doesn't quite find it. Davies retreating with possession. As Martin's there, short to Formoso. Schlemmer doing some chasing. Voicey, nice turn away there from Copenat. Now, was DaCosta forward there. Jux Matete has done some strong running here. His option short and long if he goes long. He's looking long. Gets pinged back to him. Voicey turns away from one, loses possession to Matthias Choke now. Hapgood. Copenat across for Schlemmer. Gonna come away from Davies. Schlemmer's ball is misplaced, but it works out slightly. Coming down now, Matthias Choke away from Matete. Formosa with possession. Now Kathapoulos. Declan O'Shea gets a foot in there. Tiscornia away from Lewis DaCosta. The Reds trying to win possession back, but it doesn't quite come off. Lucas Copenat away from Voicey, and there is a free kick picked up by the referee there. Port Darwin ball. Opportunity to put a ball into the box here as well. It's Tiscornia over the ball. Looks to take it into the box. Cleared up into the air. Formoso competing with Carter. Kwana's got a lot of time. Might want to be told that by a teammate. So he brings it into his control. Lewis DaCosta. Now Voicey. Good ball for Billy Kathapoulos. There's an option out wide. Formoso's got Martins in a lot of space. Reeve gets to the ball. Geekus. His ball finds Davies. Looks down the line for Tyson Martins in the centre for Formoso. Picked his pocket there well with Schlemmer. Copenat. Rivero forward. Matthias Choke takes it away from Kwana for the moment. Back in the centre. Looking for Tiscornia coming forward. Copenat. Nice skill to get him away from Formoso. Dinking it over the top. Gittins has made the run. And it comes through to no avail there. Geekus can gather for the Reds. Throws his ball wide. Kwana. Now Lewis DaCosta. Takes a pass, Hapgood. Now Matete. Formoso. To Davies. Of course, with that man advantage, you might want to just stretch your opposition. Make them do some hard running. And tire them out as well. Formoso. Matete. Coming away from a couple. Oh, and that's a late challenge in there from Carter. Olympic with a quick free kick. Formoso back to Reeve. Matete. Now it is impetus for Port Darwin to try and get back into this. They may be forced into making a tactical switch soon, perhaps changing things up. Kathapoulos touches away from O'Shea, still with Kathapoulos. Now it is Lewis DaCosta to Matete. And now Kathapoulos, Matete, wayward ball, given away to Hapgood. Now Schlemmer. Eric Schlemmer looking wide. Matthias Choke is there. Matete makes in a clearance and Geekus can collect. Ball eventually will find its way to Gittins. Eric Schlemmer for Port Darwin. Looking down the line for Gittins. Formoso getting there as well. Joshua Formoso holding frontal position. Does well to come away from Gittins as well. Joshua Formoso. He's got a man behind him, but instead he just passes it out into touch. Surrenders the ball. Port Darwin can attack here. Perhaps just allowing his team to come back in to defend. Now, Kompanat looking to come down the line. Does it well outside of the football. Lehman away first time. Still with Matthias Chock. Lehman toes one out. Lucas Kompanat looking to drive it in. Lehman with the header. Does great there, the defender. Now Lewis DeCosta back to Ryan Lehman. Lewis DeCosta looking to turn away. Lehman made the run. Now comes Port Darwin on the rebound. Hapgood back. Choque to Kompanat. Player was streaming for it, was Tiscornia. Now Voicey looking to come past Schlemmer, not quite successful. Hapgood to Schlemmer. Back to Colin Hapgood, looked to strike it, blocked on the way through. Might fall to Carter here, and his attempt is off the bar. Matthias Choque takes it down, cleared away from Davies, and now it's still Hapgood looking for a shot. And now Formosa away. This could be dangerous. This comes out here to Lewis DeCosta, who has space to drive, and his shot goes in! That's a wonderful strike. Lewis DeCosta, his 5th goal, and Darwin Olympic have put that in the back of the net. And it's a wonderful goal. And Olympic really driving home the issue with a 5th goal of the evening. And Lewis DeCosta with a wonderful hit. An assist as well to boot. And he caps off what's so far been a very successful night for the attacker. An assist and a goal. And now it seems much more of a formality for Darwin Olympic. Or Darwin kick back off. Rivero. Short here to Gittins. Now it is Sean Carter. Looks to come in there. Port Darwin throw. Deflected off and out of play. Carter. Gittins. Now O'Shea. Streaming forward, the captain. Declan O'Shea looking to dink it over the top, and that one will run all the way out of play for a goal kick. No danger there. So just a goal kick for Darwin Olympic, and they've played 10 minutes into the second half, and they've been able to add a 5th goal. Short goal kick to William Reeve. Sliding in there, Kathapoulos, the ball taken away from him. Now it's Declan O'Shea. Captain will need to rise up and do something to try and turn the tide here. Side needs some leadership as O'Shea, still with the ball, finds Gittins in a wide position. Looking to play it centrally. Voicey takes a touch, but it will come back for a foul here, I believe, in favour of Port Darwin. And so a set piece for them to try and manoeuvre. Looks to be a bit of a foul given away by Matete. So on the ball is Eric Schlemmer. And it will be Schlemmer to put in a delivery for his side. Good distance as well. Flick on perhaps. Geekus is able to gather. Good collect as well. Threatened to be a little dangerous there if it got an errant flick on, but it was a good piece of goalkeeping. Now Davies. Matete trying to come away from Carter. Davies poking it forward. Now it is Formoso. Lehman wide. Now it's Quana. Still with Quana to DeCosta. DeCosta down the line for Quana, and the offside flag goes up, denying that opportunity. Quana, still to Lehman. Back to his goalkeeper, Ngikis. William Reeve. To Davies, back to Reeve. Goal to his name as well, William Reeve. Some strike as he receives possession once again. Now it is Gittins. Schlemmer with a heavy touch. Martins gets contact. Rivero put under some pressure. And Schlemmer unable to keep it in play. So it will be a Darwin Olympic throw-in. See there, just a little out of play. Davies with the throw. Inboard for Matete. Loses possession to Matthias Choque. Now coming forward here with Rivero to Gittins. Gittins still with possession. Centrally for O'Shea. O'Shea to Carter. Carter skips away from a couple. Keeps it away from Voicey. And now it is Copona looking wide for Schlemmer. Some hard running by the Argentine now. The legs stretched with the man down. Schlemmer away from Davies. Still with Eric Schlemmer. Back for Gittins. Will come all the way back to Rivero. Gittins across to O'Shea. O'Shea poking it wide, but it's to no avail. Quana with possession for Olympic, and he can dink it forward here. Luis DaCosta with possession, and he is onside. Man on the far side is Tyson Martins. His cross ball looking for Martins. He'll get there as well with time to spare. Tyson Martins looking to play it across for DaCosta. Formoso will arrive. And Formoso, he's got DaCosta in space. Voicey! Oh, and that's forced a great save there from Rory Hood. The youngster Isaac Voicey getting a good hit onto that. Unselfish play from Darwin Olympic. It was good play as well. And comes back to Voicey. Good position as well for the youngster to strike. And with his left foot, top corner save, forced the best of Rory Hood. And a substitution, that is Darwin Olympic now. Billy Kathapoulis, it looks like. A goal to his name for the night, and a good night as well for the attacker. And coming on in his place, a very experienced forward there, Michael Tunyas, getting quite an ovation as he comes back for the Reds as the ball's played. It looks to be played inside there. And a substitution as well. It's Joshua Formoso coming from the field, and he is replaced by Billy Mellis. Vasilis Mellis, as it looks to be known. Holding midfielder in there. 16 and 14 on. Number 9 and number 6, I think. Yes, off. Formoso and Kathapoulis depart. So Nyas and Mellis arrive. It's Martin's corner. Carter gets the header. This might come back into a position where Martins can influence. Dinked ball over, looked for Mellis, but Schlemmer gets the fall of it. Schlemmer combining with Gittins. Trying to come past Ryan Lehman. This will be a foot race. And Lehman tried to win it fairly, but he will be pinned. Yellow card coming his way as well. See the replay there. Ryan Lehman looking to come in, just gets the man there, unfortunately for him. So, bit of a mistimed challenge. Yellow card to Ryan Lehman. Bit of sportsmanship in there shown, not intentional by any stretch. Free kick for Port Darwin though. If the tide is going to turn, it's going to be now. Need to take advantage of their set piece opportunities. And now Schlemmer. Delivery into the box. Threatening as it's headed down. Acrobatic stuff there to no avail. Rivero looking to keep it alive. He's going to force Hapgood to do some hard running here. And it goes out. Oh, it's offside actually, Hapgood. Didn't quite keep his position favourable. So it will be a set piece for Darwin Olympic in their defensive half. Offside, the call by referee out there. So 63.5 minutes gone thereabouts, and it is a 5-goal-2 lead to Darwin Olympic. Added a 5th one in this second half. Matete forward to Martins, touch wide, good overlapping run. Davies. Offering was Sunyas, now Davies still. Back to Matete. Woisi off as well, pushed off it. Referee waves play on. Be dispossessed here, Darwin Olympic. And Lehman wide. Quana. Now DaCosta all the way back to Lehman. William Reeve. Nice whipped ball across for Davies. Now Matete. Looks centrally. Sunyas offering. Fake is good to Mellis as well. Can he keep possession here? Billy Mellis needs to be quick, and he's brought to ground. All ball, says the referee. Carter. Choke looking to get a touch on for Hapgood. Lehman arriving. Hapgood still there. Could be a good position here for Port Darwin. The strike comes, and Geekus makes a good save as well. And Geekus just a little slow to gather. And throwing it over the top there, Geekus. Now Quana to Lewis DaCosta. Mellis to Quana. Lehman, Mellis. Looking to the far side, Mellis can release the ball. Not quite effective enough to find Lewis DaCosta. Carter looking for the runner, comes there. Scornia. Now Copenat looking for a ball. This might work well. Michael Sunyas could be away here from Rivero, and Rivero makes a good challenge. Needed to be clever there. Augustin Rivero. Michael Sunyas only picked his pocket. Back to Rory Hood. Attackers will try and come and support Sunyas, but it's a long, ill-strayed ball. And Quana did get a header onto it, so it will be a Port Darwin throw-in. Choke. Run looks to be continued. Siscornia, ball into the box. A little too heavy. Not quite to any advantage, and out of play for a goal kick. Quickly taken. Lehman. Wide to Quana. Now Mellis. Back wide to Quana. DaCosta in for Vasilis Mellis. Quana. Matete. Now Quana looks to go wide. Woisi poked it out there. Ends up with Port Darwin in possession. O'Shea. Hood. Hood looks to drive it wide. Gittins. Good first touch as well. Spins away from Martins. Gittins looks centrally. Finds in a good pass there for Hapgood. Hapgood's made a good ball. Now Tiscornia takes a good touch into the box. Quana drives him, and the referee points to the spot. Referee adjudged that to be a penalty. Quana coming across here. We'll see the replay. Not quite sure if Quana gets touch onto the ball there. Nonetheless, the referee signals for a penalty to Port Darwin. Of course, we have the fortune of looking at the replay. Tiscornia, has to be said, did make a good run. So if effort is to be rewarded, it is shown there. And so Quana receives the yellow. A penalty given away. Habgood, reliable player in front of goal. So looks to see if he can convert this penalty kick. Restore some life for the Wharfies. Colin Habgood against Christos Gekas. Referee just checking no players impeding. In comes Colin Habgood against Gekas. Colin Habgood comes in, drives and sends him the wrong way to collect the game ball, and on we go. 5-3 now, and things may just about to get interesting for Port Darwin. The substitute make his appearance and almost angled his body as if he was going to open himself up and go to that corner, but is cut out and goes the other way. Substitutions here for Port Darwin FC. Eric Schlemmer coming off, as well as Matthias Choque coming onto the field. And their replacements are going to be Felipe Micheli and also now Sebastian Mazzaresi. So feeling the drive perhaps and looking to get back into it at Port Darwin. Matete, Davies, now Voicey coming away from Carter, back to Reeve. Now it is Ryan Lehman. Errant ball there from De Costa perhaps. Get a deflection on the way through, so it will be a Darwin Olympic throw-in. Nestled deep into their defensive half. We want to come out here with the ball. See if they can still keep it in their possession. Quana down the line. Companat. Still Lucas Companat. Still with possession. Given away eventually. Tete trying to drive it out. Costa back. Quana to Lehman. His pass is picked off. Copenat looking to play some good stuff, Port Darwin, and that is almost a shot there. And it was a hit, and Sebastian Mazzaresi in some space nearly made the Reds pay there. Need to be careful. As comfortable as a 2-goal lead, it could be erased very quickly. Gekas playing it out here to Lehman. Now Quana to Ryan Lehman. Looking inside. Finds Isaac Voicey. Can go on a run here, Voicey. Left-footed ball finds Lewis Da Costa in space. Onside, says the referee. As Lewis Da Costa comes in towards goal. Poked in, and Hood's able to gather. Now Micheli. Port Darwin on this side. Take it past Matete, but Lehman's there. His ball finds Tyson Martins out wide. Looking inside to go get past Copenat, but not quite successful. Habgood, ball over the top, can try to find Mazzaresi. And Sebastian Mazzaresi there, of course. Samuel Quana on a yellow card. Copenat, and gets the ball there. Davies, Matete. His soft pass to Habgood. Looking to come past William Reeve, and Habgood look at the hit, and Gekas is able to gather. No danger there. Gathered there by Geekus. It's able to continue. Lehman to Matete. Short to Voicey. Good touch as well. Looking to come away from his direct opponent in Carter. Mellis's pass is picked off, and nice work there from Tascornia. Just with some emphasis to get it out of play. It's just to show his drive to continue. Voicey course of the ball and receives it. Back to Matete. Now William Reeve. Geekus. Matete. Martins centrally here for Voicey. A little too much away from the midfielder. Mazarese here to Carter. Back here for Copenat. Now Gittins. He might look a little further wide, but instead he goes to Declan O'Shea. He looks for a long ball. Recipient is Michelli. Wide for Lucas Copenat. William Reeve getting there as well. Good challenge. Wins the ball. William Reeve dinking it forward. Now Isaac Voicey in a good position for Michael Tunias, and he's got possession. Michael Tunias looks to come away from Declan O'Shea. Rides one challenge. Playing it through here for Isaac Voicey. Looks to cutting it back for Tunias. Not quite working out as Tascornia arrives for Port Darwin. Now Mazarese. Let off by for the Wharfies. Now Carter. Looked in the open space. No man was there. Lehman to Luis de Costa. Inside finds Tunias. Pokes it back out wide for Luis de Costa. Line to angle the run. Keep it in play as well, Luis de Costa. Looks for a driven ball inside. O'Shea should get header to it. It's come down to Mellis with his left foot looking to curl it in, and that one just goes out of play. Goal kick. No real danger there to the goal of Rory Hood, as there looks to be a substitution here for Darwin Olympic. And the man there coming off the field, Tyson Martins, on a hat-trick. It won't be given tonight. And coming on in his place there is Ponlu Yin. Another attacking-minded player for the Reds. So Tyson Martins, 2 goals now. Bit of a rest there for the attackers. Certainly done his job. And Ponlu Yin in replacement to continue the momentum for Olympic. So Shea comes forward to Mazarese. Looking to come down the line to Costa, to Carter for Port Darwin. Central ball here, Lucas Copenat. Central for Hapgood. Now Gittins, good return ball. Looking for Copenat. Dangerous stuff here, and Lehman needed to make a crucial intervention there. Wasn't going to leave that down to chance, the defender. And he clears his lines for corner kick. Corner kick here, Mazarese. Michelli underneath it, header straight towards Geekus, not a lot of power. And now Geekus looking to drive it forward with some distance in for Michael Tunias. And allows that to drift a little too much. Gittins with the throw. Now O'Shea, further wide. Mazarese has his pocket picked by Samuel Kwana. He comes wide, Luis de Costa. Back to Isaac Voicey. Voicey to Matete. Now Davies, looking to stretch Port Darwin wide here. Ponlu Yin through the legs of Gittins. Leaves the ball behind though, Ponlu Yin. He done the fancy stuff and just left it behind there, Ponlu Yin. Gittins down the line. Matete can't quite get it, and Hapgood comes off his right foot. It's his right foot that scored the 3rd goal. Has given Port Darwin a bit of a sniff here. A lot to do with just over 10 minutes to go. Voicey. Pass back here for Lehman. Calling for it again, Voicey, but he'll be ignored this time. William Reeve. Short Caressed ball to Matete, looking to poke it forward. Gittins back the other way. Copenat to Carter. Davies getting in there as well. Habgood still with possession, looking to dink it over for Mazarese, but Lehman's there. Now Billy Mellis. Kwana having to trot along there, collect that one, keep it in his team's advantage. As Kwana goes out to Lewis DaCosta. Now it is Ryan Lehman. Now William Reeve. Picked off there by Lucas Copenat. Bit of a muscle issue perhaps for Copenat. Stays to ground, Mellis. And Michelli. Reeve hoofs it forward. Lewis DaCosta looks to keep it in, but he'll just do the sporting thing and allow that to go into play. Lucas Copenat down to ground. Definitely a muscular issue there. And perhaps a substitute needs to be made for Port Darwin. Substitution made for Darwin Olympic. Jux Matete coming from the field. His replacement coming on there is Rafael Yayakos. Young midfielder for even a younger midfielder. Rafael Yayakos. Number 12 there, as Port Darwin have this throw-in. And it's taken on this far side. And to Mazarese, they'll play it back to Darwin Olympic in good intentions there. Thrown short here. It's Mellis to Yayakos. Gets his pocket picked there. Tiscornia. Michelli. Yayakos getting involved. Lively as well. Rafael Yayakos. Back to Kwana. Now Voicey takes possession and comes wide to Davies. Ponlu Yin can come wide here. Players still stayed to ground, and now it's Ponlu Yin with position to get forward now for Darwin Olympic. Taking on Gittins there, Ponlu Yin, this far position. Back here for Davies. And now Mellis. And Copenat has remained on the pitch with his drink bottle, and he's thrown it. Looked to throw the water bottle at the ball on its way through. And earning a bit of a silly yellow card there, Lucas Copenat. But I think is going to be substituted in nonetheless by Port Darwin. And he'll look to come off the field. He's been dragged off the field, rather. His substitution replacement is going to be none other than Courage Makarati, number 4. Come on the field and look to hold things for Port Darwin. Keep things under wraps, just so they don't concede any more. Holding midfielder. So a free kick for Davies and Darwin Olympic. Short to Ponlu Yin, to Davies. Now Mellis. Coming forward with possession, Mellis looking to drive it wide, and now it's Kwana. Looking to go inboard for Yayakos, but he picks the pocket of Mukarati, and his ball is wide by Yayakos, looking for DaCosta, but just coming off there and out of play for a Port Darwin throw. Tiscornia. Looks to go down the line, look for Mukarati. Yayakos just marshalling him forward. Port Darwin throw here. Less than 8 minutes to go here, Darwin Football Stadium, Arikia Park. Friday night men's Premier League action, and it's Darwin Olympic who currently hold a 5-3 lead. Exciting 8-goal game. As Port Darwin look to throw down the line. Now Mazarese, Courage, Mukarati. Forward for Habgood. Shorter for Mukarati, couldn't quite get there. Yayakos through for Voicey. Space as well. Voicey looking to drive forward for DaCosta, but the flag will rise. Lewis DaCosta just unable to time his run. And it will go out of play for a Port Darwin free kick. Declan O'Shea now. Back across for Rory Hood, the goalkeeper. Now Michelli. Further across for Gittins. Carter looking for a dinked ball. Reeve. Controlled pass to Ponlu Yin. Looking for Voicey, doesn't quite work off. Michelli is in there. Hunted down there in a pack by Olympic players. Now Courage Mukarati. He'll look wide. Looking to keep Sebastian Mazzaresi in there, but offside flag rises, and that denies the opportunity for Port Darwin. Another player down here on his haunches. I think that's Gittins. He'll soldier on. Of course, a very reliable defender. Just out of your screens there, back to his feet. And Olympic will look to hold on to what will be their first match and first win of the season. Look to start off the year in the right way in terms of the league campaign. Now it is Lehman. William Reeve. Davies. Now Yayakos. Back to Reeve. Still with Rafael Yayakos. Short to Ponlu Yin. Take some acceleration back into defence. Took him away from Carter. And now Lehman. Kwana. Of course, Port Darwin will have the bye next week, so able to regroup the troops and get things right ahead of round 4. Darwin Olympic, they're in action next Saturday against Hellenic Athletic Club. Saturday at 8 o'clock, 6th of May. As Davies comes forward. Michael Tunyas looking for the flick on, doesn't quite work off. Mukarati back there for Port Darwin. Now it's Sebastian Mazzaresi. His ball wayward. Davies with possession. Now it's Kwana. Tunyas looking to combine. Lewis DaCosta looking to come past to Scornia. Still with Lewis DaCosta. Scornia goes to ground but gathers his feet quickly. Now Mellis. Voicey to Davies. Perhaps a 6th for the Reds. As Voicey has possession. Comes back to Reeve. Now it is with Christos Gekas. Lehman. Happy with possession at the moment, the Reds. Stretching Port Darwin wide. Kwana looking to send it forward for Michael Tunyas. It's with Tunyas. Flag rises to deny him. Got a touch on the way through, so wouldn't have gone into the back of the net nonetheless. Offside to deny Michael Tunyas with less than 5 minutes to go. It is Darwin Olympic with a 5-3 lead over Port Darwin, and 3 points perhaps look all but evident now for Darwin Olympic, looking to inject themselves into the top 4. Rory Hood with the ball. Looks to go long. Will Reeve contests well with Capgood. Wins the ball off Colin Hapgood, and now it's Kwana to Lehman. Short for Mellis. Midfielder getting some touches late on here, as now it's Yayakos. He drives the ball wide for Ponlu Yin. Michelli picks it off well. And Gittins back to Michelli. William Reeve looking to angle to keep it in. Doesn't quite keep it in, but he does alleviate the danger. Good interplay there from Port Darwin, just not quite the execution required. Now it is here, Rivero. Augustin Rivero plays it forward. Reeve to Yin. Davies, Yayakos to Yin. And Yin further forward, looking for Michael Tunyas, looking to come away from Declan O'Shea. Important challenge there from the defender, as Gittins back to Rivero. Now it's Michelli. Pokes it forward, and now Carter. It's with Rivero. Heads out wide, and It's not a ball like that that's going to get you back in the game. Colin Habgood there for Port Darwin. Vocal, frustrated there in the centre of the pitch. Thrown in quickly by Olympic. Geekus back to Reeve. And now it's Mellis. Happy to see it things through here, Darwin Olympic. Port Darwin just chasing at the moment. Ryan Lehman. Kwana. Voicey. Good pass from the midfielder. Is able to find Yayakos. And Yayakos looking to slide it across to Lewis DaCosta, just not quite working out well. And now possession with Rory Hood. Rivero looking to drive it forward. And loses out possession there, Kwana. Sebastian Mazzaresi into Sean Carter. Now it is Isaac Voicey to Billy Mellis. There's a runner happening for Olympic. Said Mellis elects just to come wide. Ponlu Yin with possession. And now it is Adam Davies. Rafael Yayakos. He comes across goal in a directional position to Lehman. Drives it forward for Lewis DaCosta. Still with Lewis DaCosta away from Mazzaresi. Kwana. Voicey. Now Yayakos. Ordered to bring it forward, and that's what he's trying to do. Come past Michelli. Now Davies. Less than a minute of regulation time to go as Davies comes right to Ponlu Yin, and he tried a bit of footwork there and just comes off his foot and out of play for a throw-in. Gittins back to Rivero. Away from Yin, trying to get through a couple. And Port Darwin foul, just brought back there. Couldn't quite get away the Wharfies. Perhaps looks to be a quick free kick as Agustin Rivero looking with his left foot to drive it forward. Going early. Mazzaresi can't quite get there. Yayakos coming back to assist. And now it is Kwana looking to come away from Tiscornia. Lewis DaCosta over the top. Looks for the chasing Michael Tsunyas, and Gittins gets across and is able to put that into touch. And he looks very tired there, Jacob Gittins. One of those men that goes from even before the game starts, sets the tone, full of effort. He's been one of the stalwarts of this Port Darwin side for many years. His defensive acumen is almost second to none in that side. His effort as well, second to none. I hope he's okay. They do have the bye next week to perhaps regather the troops and recover a few bodies, rest a few men as they enjoy a week off. Back-to-back losses, 2-1 against University of Zurich. We've come to the end of regulation time for this game, so at the referee's discretion to see how long left is exactly in this game. Convincing win for Darwin Olympic. They've done enough to claim all 3 points. Certainly their interplay has been good. And Port Darwin do just look to lick their wounds and go again in a couple weeks' time. Voicey. Reeve. Happy to contest with the ball in defence here, William Reeve. Plays it to Mellis. Now Reeve again. Lehman. Kwana comes away from Tiscornia. He plays Lewis DaCosta. Could one more be on for the Reds here? Lewis DaCosta still against O'Shea. O'Shea needs to be clever, and he is. The captain plays it forward. And good work there from Voicey, reading the channel and picking off the pass. Mellis, left-driven ball, just skips the head of Hapgood, and now it's Davies. Inside for Yayakos. Good touch here for the midfielder. It's been lively in these late stages. Yayakos just sliding in as he surrenders possession to Tiscornia. Karate. No men forward, so he elects to go back. Michelli. Rivero. Coming away there, Agustin Rivero. Crossfield there for Tiscornia. Reeve to Ponlu Yin. Yayakos. Wide ball on for Davies there. It's been another fullback who's been full of run there, Adam Davies. In here for Billy Mellis. Now Mellis to Lehman. Much just carrying out formalities here, Darwin Olympic. Referee has a look at the watch as Quina comes down the line. Lewis DeCosta. Isaac Voicey. And Voicey comes all the way across to Davies. Pressure being put on him by Habgood. Just pushed off the ball there, Davies. Karate. Now Mazzaresi. Comes wide to Michelli. Michelli looks to open it up. Ponlu Yin keeping him honest. Referee waves play on, but ultimately it's a throw-in for Darwin Olympic. Davies throws in for Yayakos. Davies back to William Reeve. Geekus. Now Lehman. Now Quina. Voicey. Back to Mellis. Referee has a blow of the whistle. 1, 2, 3, that's all she wrote. Darwin Olympic kick off their season in the best way possible. 3 points against a spirited Port Darwin outfit, down to 10 men for a majority of it. Great game of football to watch. Exciting contest as well. 1-1 at one stage, 3-2 at one stage. Olympic with a 4th, 5th, and then Port Darwin eating one in with a penalty to Colin Habgood in the second half. Good performance as far as Darwin Olympic are concerned. Goals to Lewis DeCosta, double to Tyson Martins, Billy Kathapoulos and William Reeve. See the Reds with 3 points. That's all here from Friday night football here. Men's Premier League will be back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. A match between Hellenic Athletic Club and Casuarina FC. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a safe night and we'll see you Saturday afternoon.